Welcome to Cinderella Phenomeron. It is Rosa Hart.
This was never meant to happen. That day, only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until it comes and we could run away. We will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside of our here. Would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. All the pieces that you feel, believe in me. Hold me close and never let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
That was good. Let's see, Cinderella with the shoe, and I assume these are the different guys. A flower, a red riding hood, for some reason, a star, the spindle, and a seashell. Start. We am reviewing the tutorial in this first time playing. And for now, would you like a view the tutorial? Yes, we're new to this. Welcome to the tutorial. A quick run through from the shortcuts and from the Cinderella thing. To advance through the text, click spacebar or enter. Or click on the mouse, I would hope. Should you miss a line or two while reading, you can always click back in the quick menu, location upper it, okay? There is a limited amount of lines you can roll back of when you use this foundation. The shortcut, this fun PG you up. For the lines you have already seen, you can click the skip button to turn advance of skip mode. The keyboard shortcut funds tab and or hold. For the best experience, you may on auto forward mode. No thank you. No thank you. I am not that fast of a reader, people. And since I'm recording it, we end up chatting sometimes too. So, no, not happening. In game mode menu, with current settings and save files can be accessed by clicking on the glass slipper on the main menu. Ooh. For window or full screen, we're going to leave it at this size because that will be easier. Stop, skip. Alright. Text speed. Auto and display music. You can hold up to 72 save files. Wow. Enjoy Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was 2 crystals. One of the crystals, Lonesome, protected by the roar of the fairies. Fairies! The other crystal, which was watched over by the high leaders of the witches. Alright. The land was surrounded by love, happiness, and joy. The turned by fear, anger, and hatred. The fairies and the witches live in harmony with the humans of the kingdoms. They regret the power of the crystal in order to manage balance between darkness and light. For there you can know joy without sadness, know courage without fear. This kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bird decided to write a story of tales of magic and wonder of this kingdom. His name was the story's Fairy Tales. Inception. In fairy tales, the light always engaged victory, and true love was as usual reward. The fairy tales spread throughout there could be have been protected. The humans of kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that magic of these witches was inane, wicked, and cruel. The witches became hatred and feared, especially when were hunters like animals. The witch hunt. Oh dear. We have gone back in time, apparently. The highlights of witches in all of her anger created a fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked, so be it. Just you have taken our happy ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used their magic to use the fairy tale curse to attack the humans and throw them into a chaos of darkness. The rulers of fairies became bare and salved replacement fleece. But the witches were blind by their hatred for humans, who they replaced for the witches' genre. A terrible war, the Great War, begins. Wow, we went way back. We're at the Great War, though, with witches. Well, welcome to World War I, guys. Except for humans, we're going fairies and witches. Welcome to the Great War. Eventually, the Terror Bearer, the high leader of the witches, has finally defeated. The terror was lost, peace was restored, and light became timid again. But the darkness could never fully disappear. And wait in the shadows, patience for when it's time, and fate to return. Sign here. Wait, I can't. How do I sign? Do I actually have to type? Or, oh. Okay, Rosie. Ooh, I like it's in cursive. My name is Rosie. Rosie, the princess. My name is Rosie Robin Benton, the daughter of Kingdom Great Britain III. I am Crown Princess of the Kingdom of Ireland. At least that's who I used to be. But this was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the fairy tale curse. So I'm not a princess anymore. Everyone has forgotten my right. I am not princess anymore. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I have no idea what I must do to break this curse. I close my eyes and return to that day. I start to walk out like any other day. Have you heard? Another person was cursed. Oh dear. I am on the way of the dinner hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sounds of hushed voices. there was two maids standing next to each other with brooms in their hands. These two are slacking off again. That's terrible. What a fairy tale curse was it? They said it was Pinocchio. Welcome to Pinocchio, the boy that became alive in wood. Pinocchio, the fairy tale with the living boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful. Well, yeah. Well, it's not awful. It's pretty much making a boy. And that curse, he was made out of wood. The curse wasn't a curse, really. That was given to him by not a bad person. So it's not really a curse. I disagree with these maids. The person that gave you Pinocchio that was a good person. And they were giving a wish to the guy. Whatever his name right now. I can't think of it. I'm tired. To have a son. And pretty much he lies. Yeah, it's not awful. It was given not by a witch. It was given by a good person. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curse would stop after you know who was defeated. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. As can be only expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse are starting to spread everywhere before the Great War begins. Welcome to the Great War 2. It's starting already. I do not have much interest in its effects right even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. Their victims are... I see why you got cursed now. Are weak. Oh, I'm a horrible person. I would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angela the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother is not here anymore, and she will not be coming back ever. Princess, the king and the queen are waiting for you in the dining hall. I am on my way. I'm a snob. The king and Rob are all present in the dining hall. Someone in the curtain's missing, but I can ignore their emphasis. Good morning, Rose. If you're the king, shouldn't you be calling me daughter? I'm the princess. Huh. Good morning, Your Majesty. Sweetheart, you're a princess. That's your father, probably. Right? Are we visiting another kingdom? Whatever. Good morning, Rose. Okay, if you're my mother and you're my father, why are you guys not calling me daughter? Rose? Oh, Rain. I'm fine. Every day... Oh, wait, your mother's dead, so this is probably someone else. I wonder why my father in the kingdom married a low-baked baker. Oh, so she's your new mother. She could never be a true queen, for her shall come to mother. I take my seat next to the king, then look up Prince setting opposite me. Cutie. Hello. You're cute. I like your bunny. Rob. Anyways, my stepbrother. Oh, wait. He's an option to date, and he's your step. Okay. This is a story. It's alright. is boring and quiet as usual. He is 2 years my junior and is younger orange child. He is a mute and uses a plush toy to voice his thoughts. Then he's not a mute. Because he'd have to use his voice for this bunny to talk. Right? It was written to give him by a fairy. His mind is his own business and easy to deal with. But his older sister, my eyes go to an empty seat beside him. She is probably the most innocent person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. I'm sorry, I'm late. I forgot the time. And here she is. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you, Rosie. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? And whined Rod, elder sister, and my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she were born a princess too. As if she could be crowned princess, perhaps stealing my place. I will never let that happen. Now that everyone's here, let's begin. Bun glittered inside with silver trays to carefully serve us our breakfast. So then, you were reading a fairy tale books that the king brought you. Oh yes, there are so many, and they're all wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I'm happy that you like them. I love them. It's so strange that the library don't have any of them to begin with. This is because Mother hated them. She had all books burned. But why? They're such charming stories. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing that they can have anything they do not deserve. Fame, rich, love, happiness, ever after. And when their wishes do not come true, furnish them as they want them, the humans blame the witches for getting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Rose? They tipped ships, the air growed heavier. I couldn't eat. Perhaps the witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you're talking about, Chum? I actually agree. Even though she's being really mean about it, I agree with the humans' own downfall. They were storytellers, and the humans started to believe the witches were evil. It just told us that. That means the witches did bad by becoming evil because they were being hunted. But I kind of agree that with the witches a little bit of, hey, payback for thinking we're evil. Yeah, it's a little bit overboard. But I mean, they were going overboard too by killing them for a story, by believing that the story was true, that witches were all bad. So it's kind of both of their faults. The humans and the witches. The humans for starting to hunt them, and the witches for cursing them. Though they probably deserved it. No offense, but I kind of see the point of this thing. Witches have cursed nothing but pain and suffer to this kingdom. Again, that's only because humans started to hunt them. Even now, they still spread fairy tale curses to innocent subjects. What if they're not innocent subjects? We don't know that. And actually, Pio was made out of wood. That curse was actually relevant. And I'm actually batteries dying on me, so save. So I'm still mostly sick. we'll get back to the questions of the days when I actually feel better. Until then, no questions of the day. Peace, guys.